Generally speaking, we like to sell advertisements on this sort of program, right? That's how you make money. That's how you stay in business. So I don't like necessarily showing advertisements for free. But apparently, the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle jean commercial has gained so much traction that we're going to basically play an American Eagle ad for free because, I don't know, we don't want to sell the ads, or because the libs have lost their mind so much. Now, last week, American Eagle put out a commercial campaign with Sydney Sweeney, arguably and probably objectively one of the more attractive females in the media/entertainment space, and the libs lost their mind. Now, the first couple days of this was kind of like, yeah, fine, just go away. We don't want to hear about it, whatever. And then this week, it reached a whole new fever pitch. Late Sunday night into Monday morning, you started seeing TikTokers say, well, the new ad campaign is Nazi fascism, which again, we all rolled our eyes and kind of thought this is just an internet story. But today, it was on Good Morning America. ABC's flagship news show had a story which we're going to play you, in which they gave fuel to the fire of Nazi propaganda, because Sydney Sweeney happens to be very nice to look at, I think objectively so. All of a sudden, it's I can't even. Let's bring in our panel before we watch this ABC clip. Kristen Sokoloff is a conservative commentator, and Alma Ohene Alper. Oh, I'm so sorry. I asked him at the beginning, but I realized I'm going to book it. How do you say your last name?
Ohene Opari.
Ohene Opari. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Guys, thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for having us.
Great to be here.
Guys, I want to get your reaction to this. This is a clip from ABC this morning, just giving fuel to the fire that I think we all thought only existed on the internet. Now it is mainstream. Hot chicks are apparently Nazi fascist propaganda. Check this out.
Time to check the pulse. We begin with the backlash over a new ad campaign featuring actress Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, the ads are for American Eagle, and the tagline is, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Now, in one ad, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
The pun, good genes, activates troubling historical associations for this country. The American eugenics movement in its prime between like 1900 and 1940 weaponized the idea of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
Despite that backlash, American Eagle stock has been soaring.
I like that last part of it. Despite that backlash, everybody likes looking at nice to look at women in nice looking jeans. Kristen, I think the biggest part there that I thought was interesting is I think some producer at ABC said, hey, we're going to run with this headline and we have to find somebody who hates this. And they found somebody from Keene University. I'm not even sure where that is. Some just obscure random place. Good, we found one. How long do you think they were looking before they could find somebody that that agreed with their ridiculous sentiment over this ad?
Oh, honestly, probably not long, because, really what we're seeing here is the death rattle of legacy media. When they're sinking their teeth into something so asinine, it really shows you what stage they're at. And what they're really mad at is she's wearing a Canadian tuxedo, effectively. Jen Montano. So I'm like, we want to get mad at it, but yeah, no, they're desperate. It's pretty ridiculous. And, I have to just say the whole genes thing, when I met my future in-laws, I was sizing them up to see what kind of genetics I was marrying into, see what my kids were going to look like. Are they morbidly obese? Did somebody die of heart failure at age 35? Right. So like, there's nothing wrong with sizing up genetics.
Yeah, it's just the hilarity of it. I like I like some of the descriptors you use there. Alma, okay, so bear with me here. I'm curious. There is a clip, Glenn. I think we have it in the clip of a photo from Sydney Sweeney's mom's 60th birthday. Why do I bring that up? Because she got a ton of backlash because if you'll see in the photo, her dad is wearing a thin blue line American flag, obviously in support of law enforcement. There were also people at this party. Sydney Sweeney didn't post about it, but there were people at the party daring to wear Make America Great Again hats. Alma, do you think this quote unquote backlash is due to the fact that Sydney Sweeney's family might just be not communists, as is commonplace in the entertainment industry?
Exactly. It seems as though there is a cabal that is now interested in digging through every social interaction to find something that is not there. And the question I always ask myself is, how come they hear dog whistles everywhere? It seems like I'm not a dog, and so I don't hear dog whistles, but it seems like a lot of people on the left constantly are hearing dog whistles. And the funny thing to me is that they never went the angle of, well, maybe this is a bad marketing tactic or bad marketing campaign. They immediately went to, oh, they are trying to bring back Nazi propaganda, which is like an intentional kind of accusation that this is what they were trying to do rather than sell jeans. And I was just thinking, for a long time, I am 5'7", and I wished I had the jeans that would have allowed me to play basketball in the NBA. I don't have those jeans. And the funny thing is, in that clip, the person, one of the newscasters made sure to say she had blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? So they were literally trying to retrofit, her genetics to the story of Nazism, which is kind of ironic that, that's where they go every time.
Yeah,
I think they'd still be mad if it was brown hair and green eyes for me, right? It's just basically she's white, so that's the problem.
Everyone's a fascist and everything is Nazism, such as the Libs.